越是美丽就越想拥有，它却更能轻易从你我手中流透。越是追却越来越远，配合你的心跳，找寻新的起点。是否忽略了现在，让沉睡醒来 Beyond the game， 你要超越的就是现在，注定我们从来不会失败，让我们尽情燃烧整个世界。Beyond the game, beyond the game, beyond the game, beyond the game, the world is cyber game.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the WCG 2012 Grand Final in Kunshan, China.
Yeah!
Woo! Toby's already excited. I'm Cole, of course, with me is Toby1, and we are gonna present you another game of Warcraft 3. Night Elf versus Night Elf. ReMinD up against Moon.
This is the matchup that we all love to see, especially Caldor. Why I was talking to Caldor before this game started up, and Caldor said, you know what, Night Elf versus Night Elf is what WCG is all about.
Exactly, man, that's true. I still remember the days when Night Elf versus Night Elf was all about Ancient Elves Wars fighting each other. The good old times, you remember that?
What I remember Night Elf, it's like I thought I was looking in a mirror. There was one down the middle of the map, and it was always exactly the same time.
Those were the good times. Those were the good times.
Ancient of War, and we're gonna fight.
The bad times were when Ancient of Wars were fighting Ancient of Wars. You had like these hits, and they take like 10 seconds to actually hit, and as soon as one of the trees is like down to like half HP, he turns around, grabs a tree from the forest, eats it, kills itself, and the whole thing starts again. And you're like,
yes!
Awesome! We can do that all night, and we sometimes did.
All night long. It was so great, man. It was so great. But different game this time around, we hope. So eHome ReMinD going up against Fnatic Moon, because we saw Moon on the stage earlier today, and looking pretty damn strong. We see him there. Of course, I'm saying, and always will say, for this entire competition, his history lies.
Yeah, his history kind of lies. He's the 5th race for a reason, man. This guy's micro is so good. And he took out Sky earlier, something that nobody really expected. ReMinD, on the other hand, comes off a win against his opponent Paladin earlier, so he already played a Night Elf versus Night Elf. And the match is going to take place on Tarina Stand. Both of our players are in the lobby already. You can really see the focus there in Moon's eyes, by the way.
Yeah, he is not wanting to let this one go. It's like, we're already off to a good start. I want to make it a better start, and I want to take this entire thing. World Cyber Games 2012 Grand Final is my final, damn it.
And there it is. Tarina Stand, our map today in this best of one. Keep in mind, we're still in the group stage. Moon so far, as mentioned, off to a good start. On the other hand, we have ReMinD with a win over Paladin. Really important, but now this mirror match is going to decide quite a lot. Whoever wins here has really good chances of advancing out of this.
Yeah, they definitely do. Of course, if you want all these information, just go to the World Cyber Games website itself and we'll basically just spam it up for anything you really want to find. And who knows? Who knows? You'll find everything you need, and then you'll find yourself back here on Sunday looking at that trophy being handed over to the winning country of World Cyber Games.
And here we have ReMinD. ReMinD, a very strong player, and for a long time he actually told me that this is going to be his last event, that after this event he wants to stop pro gaming, that this is the last really big thing that he wants to play. We talked a bit about a potential Warcraft 4, and he was like, okay, if Warcraft 4 come out, I'm definitely going to make my comeback.
So yeah, Warcraft 4 coming next year.
I wish, brother.
Yeah,
I wish.
You heard it here last. You can never have too many introductions. So Caldor, let's get into our next introduction, introducing our players. It is going to be eHome ReMinD up against Fnatic RC Moon. Yeah. I would say which one is Night Elf, but they are both such.
Starting to the top left, we have the first Korean player here. It is ReMinD for you guys. And of course, at the bottom right of Tarina Stand, we have in blue his opponent. It's the 5th race. It is Moon.
It is a blue moon. I know there was a song made about this. It was magical, it was beautiful, and we're going to see it.
It's a blue moon, and of course we have those Ancient of Wars right in position at the natural. No, not at the natural. Sorry, of course.
The natural creep spawn.
Yeah,
natural creep expansion. Natural creep thing to
at the observatories.
Yeah.
So this is really going to be an epic Night of Mirror match between these two guys. ReMinD, he said that, okay, this is my last event. After this WCG, I'm probably going to stop pro gaming, and maybe I'll start a comeback with Warcraft 4, but for now, I really think that this is my last event. He wants to make it a special one. And the same is, of course, true for Moon. He wants a victory here, and he started off with a good start. I mean, this win against Sky was just so important for him.
Yeah. It was like one of those things where you start off the competition, you're never 100% sure if you can bring down...
Look at her, man. She dodged out of the picture of the camera. Man, he still got her.
You're running shy. It's fine. So we're both starting off with Demon Hunters?
You're doing a pretty good goal here.
Thanks, man. I work hard. I work for a long amount of time to get the girl impersonation up correctly.
Yeah, I can tell.
Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks.
You could actually say it comes natural to you.
Yeah, definitely. It's all that time being around German men that it seems to just make it work right. Yeah. Sorry, let me just...
I can make you cry in a second.
Oh, yes, because he can hit me. This guy's such a bloody tank. It's a good thing we didn't have anything else on us.
Hey, you handed the chance to me, okay? That's not even my fault. You open yourself up here. That's actually pretty well done here. Immediately, both of these players with the lightning charge here doing a really good job. And it was well done. So they basically use the first archer that they produce and get it enchanted, then move into the creeps, do the area effect damage, move in with the demon hunters and get the last hits off so that the experience, of course, goes to the hero, but it does tank and not too much damage, and also the Ancient of War is going to survive here.
Yeah, it's easy experience, doesn't want to cost you much of the Ancient of War, and with the timing it's also right, like you get the Ancient of the War in the midst of the fight.
Sweet, that's a good start for ReMinD, of course, in this scenario, in the mirror match, and especially with both players on such high level. We have the claws, very important here for ReMinD, so that was definitely worth it. Gets a very good item here. Let's have a quick look at the second one. Cloak of Shadows, of course, not really what you want to have here. It doesn't really do you a lot of good, but yeah, well, in the first night you might be able to utilize it, but before that you would have rather had, once again, of course, like a bit of a agility booster.
Yeah. Well, at this point, it is going to be just continuously moving away from creep camp to creep camp, because we are seeing our boy in blue just go a little bit further out, having to hunt out just that little bit further to go, where it looks like, well, there is no real reason for, I was going to say the night elf, that doesn't really work, but ReMinD, like, he doesn't have to go out that far. It kind of feels like we're stretching it a little bit further. He's keeping it nice and close in. I don't know if that's just a Dota player. ReMinD likes to keep everything close to base, and you always know exactly where everything is, not to expand out too far.
And both of them are just taking it easy right now, trying to get their first important creep swords, making sure that they get those items, and of course, the luckier one will take a little bit of a lead here, and so far with the claws, that was already a good pick for ReMinD, but on the other hand, we didn't see just yet what we have for his opponent. You can see that now, of course, Death Teleportation is in there, and Replenishment Potion now, and of course also the Boots of Speed. Both of them really rely on the speed items. You want to have them as soon as possible, and we're both heading immediately into the Tree of Ages.
Yeah. Just one camp to the next camp to the next camp. This is the kind of thing we were talking about when it is Night Elf versus Night Elf. Both players know exactly what they're going to do. Except we're having a bit of a faster move here by ReMinD. He's coming down. Is he going to go all the way to the base by the looks of it? So both players, they are going to cross over the rivers.
If you get the time where you can take down a few Wisps, of course, always worth it, but on the other hand, with a really good micro, you can try and deny it.
Run, Wisp!
He will detonate it.
Run!
Should. Oh, wow, no detonate here. So that's a little bit more EXP for the hero of ReMinD. Well done. Let's have a quick look at the bottom left. There's Moon already on level 3, getting a little bit ahead and getting the Gloves of Haste.
But also able to snipe up a couple of those fun ones, but
is on.
Yeah, it is. Protect the Wisps at all costs. Move them around. Protect them. Protect them.
Actually a pretty good move here. The Ancient of Wonders is immediately being attacked, and therefore it has to be cancelled. It's going to be a little bit delayed. There's the cancel. And, well, Moon so far did a good job with protecting his Wisps. Has to heal a few of them at the Moon Walls. It's still night, so they're recovering. Mana burn immediately.
Yeah, he's got to get ReMinD out of his base, so this is not what he wants to try and deal with. And then just the burn. Everyone's all about the burn.
Changing the mana burns here. And, well, item-wise, we have now Actually, both of them in a really similar position. Of course, we have the claws that we mentioned earlier a bit for ReMinD, but on the other hand, Moon has now the Gloves of Haste, has a couple of really decent item picks, and we should see the Ancient of Laws really soon. There's already the first one for ReMinD, so Dryads it is. Surprise, Tree of Eternity tagged for ReMinD immediately, whereas Moon is lagging a little bit behind. You could see earlier that he's, of course, he was forced to cancel his shop, no Staff of Preservation yet, and we have the Keeper of the Groove. There they are, both of them for the Entangle.
Yeah, but Moon's just a little bit behind. It's a small stall up, but as we saw in our last couple of games of Warcraft 3, the smallest thing just changes the balance completely.
Yeah, the thing is that in experience, on the other hand, is a little bit ahead of his opponent. Robo the Magi drops here, but he actually has to fall back for now. And yeah, just in experience, he's actually trying a little bit ahead now.
We're coming in again.
Round two.
Round two.
And the Keeper's on the way already, but the Keeper of his opponent will be out soon. And then he can use the Entangle. Let's see how the hero for him does.
He's still able to pick up one wisp out of this, but maybe they can block him in.
There it is. First Entangle hits, and now the hero is immediately being targeted. He's trying to block his way, but of course the Mana Burn is on, and there's not enough energy for another Entangle. He tries to heal himself with the Moonwell, but needs to fall back here. And with the Keeper for ReMinD now joining the battle. Oh wow, being blocked here.
We get a couple more swings in, and finally have to use that last Entangle to hold back the Demon Hunter.
The cool thing is when he was able to get another Mana Burn off, and the Keepers are the primary target here. They are just so weak against those Demon Hunters. And another Mana Burn. Well done by Moon. Gets out, falls back, and you can just see that the Ancient of Laws, there's already two of them, whereas Moon is building his own tech into the Tree of Eternity. But his tech is a lot slower than the tech of his opponent. Now the Robo the Magi is highlighted by our observer here in the inventory. Straight handed over to the Keeper. Of course, you want to have that item on the Keeper. You want to have as much mana as possible on that guy. That's an extra Entangle right there. Needs to dodge the Wisp, and he does. But should actually just detonate it, and that's the detonate. No experience.
I think he realized too he was completely out of that one. Once he get his boys over, and Moon for the first time will go with a decent army over the river.
Nice timing here for Moon, going in there. Too many experience actually for ReMinD. Wow, that was huge for ReMinD. Quite lucky. On the other hand, here come the double Entangles. We are the first Dryads in the game. They can immediately start with a Dispel. And so far, the main creep is still alive at the expansion for ReMinD.
And Moon's not going to let him have this too easily, and that Ancient of War's got a little bit too much excess damage, or maybe Moon's going to try and steal it himself, leave it in an Entangle so he can fight the position that he wants to do so. The question is, who's able to get the last right swing this? It looks like it was Moon.
Yeah, Moon gets the experience, but the item goes to, ReMinD, and he actually gets the boost of Elven Skin, so really well done. Another boost of agility, but now the hero form ReMinD is really low. He has to be careful. Slow it down.
Not enough. Not enough.
Rejuvenation being casted.
Get him. Get him.
Well, at this point, actually pursuing the Demon Hunter would be a huge mistake. With the Rejuvenation being casted, it's just so hard to get him down. So that was well done, a little bit close, but now suddenly the tables have turned. We have the Keeper of the Group in trouble. He's slow, and he goes down!
Last right click gets in there, and now 2 points up. He's going to go for another Entangle.
He has to DP. The Dryad is already in position. Tries to get another
shot. Holding it.
Oh, wow. He's actually not able to get another shot off at the Demon Hunter of Moon. The Staff of Preservation goes off. Moon's Demon Hunter escapes, but that cheeky archer that was endangering the Dryad is being killed.
And now this is that time when, we saw Moon do this in his first game on the main stage, and the only answer his opponent could come up with was, I must expand. I must get back out again. Or, where do we even go from here? Do we try and bring the hero back up again? Or is it just prepare for the onslaught, which you know is going to be coming from ReMinD?
Well, we have the text now on Tree of Eternity to go for the Master Druid, so there they are already in the picture. Another Entangle, try to pull it off. We have the Orbs now, we have Staff of Preservation, so we have all what we need for the battle of the Druids of the Claw. Going in there, using the Staff of Preservation, using the Rejuvenation, using all these spells to keep your units alive, and just getting slowly a little bit ahead in the fight. The levels of the heroes for ReMinD are better though, and this will help him a lot, especially since the Keeper is on level 2. This means he has already the Aura, whereas on the other hand, Moon, as you can see, he's still on level 1, only on Tangle for his guy.
Yeah, and looks like Moon trying to get himself into that expansion, but ReMinD is coming around the corner. He's ready to rock and rumble, and there's already the heals being popped off. And Demon Hunters, assemble yourself down. And already falling back. Falling back.
Level 2 though, but he needs to stab. He needs to commit to the fight right now. He's walking in with the Demon Hunter once again. We can't check the items here. Maybe even a scroll in the inventory. We don't know. Where's the Step Preservation? There it is. Could hand it off to his keeper. Doesn't do it just yet. One of Moon's. Oh, claw through his trap. And he's going down. There's no way. He's still cooldown. No chance. How about the mana on the Keeper of ReMinD, though? Apparently not enough for another Entangle, so Moon gets away with the first hero.
Yeah, Moon's, again, another engagement not going his way.
Moon playing it grubby style, mouth open to let the skill float in. They always do that, man. It's Dragon Ball style. It's Genki Dama.
They're just breathing awesomeness.
Exactly. They breathe awesomeness, and the crowd are cheering for them. Talking about awesomeness, right in front of us, Parting and MKP just sat down. MKP out of his group. Youngwa is still playing in 3 tie as far as I know. Yeah, sorry, just switching a little bit over to StarCraft 2, but in the meantime here at Warcraft 3, we have both of them still below 50 supply. No upkeep for them just yet. And, oh, look at that. Ah, okay, there it is. I was wondering for a second where the AWP for ReMinD was, but he actually passed it over to his keeper. Finds a Scroll of the Beast here. Not too useful, gives him a little bit of money. That's 200 gold that you get right there. Of course, you don't need that skill. Your druids are providing.
Wondering too when Moon's going to expand, if he's going to expand up high, if he's going to expand down. Or if he even drop, like, is it even worth expanding at all when you're going Night Elf versus Night Elf?
Well, at this point, I don't think that we are going to see expansions anytime soon. The thing is, it's just like this huge battle that you have. Playing on one base in Warcraft is so popular and so strong. If you play StarCraft, you're kind of forced to expand, but in a game of Warcraft, one base play is nothing that is out of the ordinary, especially in this matchup. No one wants to really commit too much to an expansion right now.
Oh, Moon. He's just looking to snipe off a little bit while he's here, but he originally was looking for the engagement.
Experience counts, man. Every single experience point that you get is really, really important. And this is the time when they either have to commit or really go for these expansions, but the money goes into...
Zeppelin it. Zeppelin it.
Nice. The money actually went into items. You could see in the inventory for Moon that he bought some scrolls of healing immediately, and that's going to be important. He's still trying to get into a good spot here, but the Demon Hunter is... still waiting, but
jump in behind. I think we're on a wisp hunt, man. I'm sensing a wisp hunt, and that's probably also the reason why ReMinD is starting to make his way down to Moon's base, because he knows Moon's completely out of position, and there's that wisp just spotting him moving around.
We're going for a base race immediately right now, bottom right. Who's going to TP first? That's the main question. Are they going to attack in threes? One of the druids of the Claw for Moon is going to fall. That's of course a little bit upsetting, but he's in his opponent's main base a lot faster, and he can force the TP, and he will, and there it is.
Oh, already coming back, and will he TP himself as well? There they go. Retreat out of Moon's base and smack bang in the middle, and it's going to be Moon's completely surrounded.
He forgot a couple of druids on the Claw at the bottom right. He didn't control his units properly, and now, of course, what we want to see Moon do is take down the Geo. He might be able to do it.
It's gone. It's gone.
It's gone, and the TP is still Potion Invulnerability active on the Demon Hunter. No way he's going to lose it. A brilliant move by Moon. Gets out here, and that was so well done. Those two druids that ReMinD forgot at the bottom right when he TP'd back, they really missed. And just look at how low Moon's druids were. He can now use Rejuvenation, can use the wells. He's in a brilliant spot.
This is a horrible, horrible position for ReMinD. How's he even supposed to come back from this? He can start trying to assault, but he knows if he does, he's still going to lose the economic battle. So it's basically all or nothing right now for him.
ReMinD has to fight. He has to fight now, and he will fight against his opponent with Moon well back up. That's exactly what you want to be, what you want to do when you're Moon. You want to have those Moon wells. When the Moon wells are full, it's awesome to be an Night Elf. And now we have four Demon Hunter, 4 Moon, and now they are moving in. Where are the Entangles? And there they are, going down immediately. A nice surround on the Demon Hunter for ReMinD, and he can't TP back. At this point, he's really vulnerable. And this is exactly the one play that Moon tries to exploit here. The battle is still going on. ReMinD down to 41, and now the Step of Restoration used in the last second to get it back. But this is a lost battle, a lost cause for ReMinD. Moon is already chasing his druids down. Oh, this is bad.
I'm going to get a little snipe off at the end here, and maybe ReMinD coming back in again, but this is just basically exactly what Moon wanted. We saw him lose 2 engagements after the other, then force the hand. He said, "ReMinD, you TP back, or I TP back. We see who trades first." And the Zeppelin gave Moon a better position inside the base, took out the main Ancient, and from there, ReMinD had to come back out of position with missing units, and Moon just capitalizes.
57 supply against 37. That's a 20 supply difference right now that ReMinD just simply cannot afford. This is brutal for ReMinD, and he doesn't have any income whatsoever. Of course, the gold mine is already depleted for Moon, but the thing is, he can just walk his tree over to the next one. It's still alive, and there's ReMinD being revealed. Moon knows exactly what's going on here. Another tree of life being established, but ReMinD coming back after this is a long shot. Yeah. This is him being desperate. He tries to do whatever he can. Moon, on the other hand, man, this guy is out for blood.
Yeah, Moon he's not just out for blood, he's out for a full-on massacre, like the army. This isn't like 300, this is Xerxes just coming over the mountain going, "You know what? You don't have a narrow pass. I'm going to destroy you anywhere I want to." And again now, ReMinD makes another move. He's trying to come back in and fight up against Moon, way too close to his own base. The Entangle is holding the Demon Hunter in position, and now he's forced back again.
ReMinD has to do something here, and he tries, but where's the Entangle on the Demon Hunter? It's just outside of range. Another roar being executed, but once again, ReMinD has to hightail it out of there. And there's the Keeper being entangled, being surrounded in a really bad spot. But the Step Preservation kicks in once again. But here is the Demon Hunter for ReMinD. Not gonna get out of there. He dies, and GG. It is Moon once again for the victory.
Man, you kind of thought Moon halfway through that game was out of it. Like the look on his face, then the mouth opens up, and then winning happens.
ReMinD, no. Oh man, he's really staring at his monitor quite tense. He's like, "Oh well, this is not supposed to happen. Now I have to win against Sky, and this is not gonna be easy. This is gonna be really tough for him." Moon, on the other hand, perfect play.
Yeah, that it was, man. That it absolutely was. I wouldn't say perfect at the start, but perfect at the end. And just taking the bait game. We're going to be coming back here in a couple of moments' time, and our last game of the main stage for this first day of the WarCraft Games 2012 Grand Final. It is going to be Dota. We are going back to Dota 1.
It's going to be Dota 1, and we'll be back here with a main stream at the WCG 2012 in Kushan in a few minutes. See you then.